Boys and girls, welcome back to Starfield. In the last episode, we tried to complete the quest Burden of Proof for Lieutenant Toft. Again, not sure how it didn't back-end complete whenever we completely took down the Crimson Fleet, because her entire thing with getting the evidence is to help lock away the people that are in the Crimson Fleet in prison, but I killed all the Crimson Fleet members. I don't know, Bethesda didn't see this one through all the way. Obsidian Entertainment would never. Anyway, we couldn't find all the evidence, and I was hoping that we wouldn't have to find all the evidence to complete the quest, but of course, we're gonna have to find all the evidence to complete this quest that should have already completed, because we live in a society. I know I skipped one of the audio logs from a place that I'm gonna have to fast travel to. There is something inside of my ship. Please get out of me. In the meantime, though, there are some on the key, which is right next to where we left off on the Vigilance, that we can go find, hopefully. So, that is the game plan right now. Do I want to open this? Not really. Alright, so the first one is in somewhere in the bunks. We have to follow these, and then it's in one of these rooms. Which room? I'm not sure. We'll find out together.
Didn't these pirates ever clean up after themselves?
That goes the same way. What a weird room design. Ah, here it is, yes. The one with the barbell on the ground, and there's Mira's demise.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you?
Seems in order.
Fleet?
We'll just need
Ecliptic?
some love to get it
An
back into
independent?
working order.
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
And I'm not gonna lie, that is an audio log that I have no idea why that would matter to Lieutenant Toft. A space pirate committing murder? That's a wacky concept. Alright, so next up we have to go find Jasmine Duran's office. Again, really sad we actually had to take care of Jasmine the way it went down. She was like the one character in this entire faction that I actually liked. Neva's a cool character, but like, she kinda got annoying. Jasmine was actually just a likable person, from what I experienced of her. Where is Jasmine's office? It's this one, right? Now, it should be in here somewhere, but without looking at the wiki, I don't really know where it would be. Oh, it's like sticking out of this thing. Why is it in the toaster? Whatever.
Hey, Champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut, it's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual this time. I'm planning to overhaul the entire electrical system before it completely shorts out. Oh yeah, thanks for sending over the key's reactor specs. Can't tell you exactly why I needed those. Dell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll have my people in New Atlantis drop off the payment at the spaceport. Just make sure you aren't being followed. We wouldn't want the UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
Okay. So I see why that one would be important. I'll give them that one. That one is important. The one before that with Mira's demise, Space Pirate commits murder. Yes. Very on brand for them. Alright, we walked to where we would always talk to Delgado in the key. Go over to buy his computer, and then on this thing, also kind of out of place, like on an iPad mount, there's Voss's parts evidence. And this one is not an audio log, because why would it be? Regarding the specifications for my interface, I'm going to need to make a few minor adjustments. Galbank is switching to an orthogonal hexabit encryption, okay? So I want to crank up the core clock on my ARM hardware. You can probably get that equipment from Ryujin. I also need to have a storage injector port added so I can keep any damn trace packets off my system. It'll probably wouldn't hurt. Throw in some electromag protection too. The electrical system on the key is terrible and a short circuit could fry the whole setup. Last but not least, I might need a few cushions for the chair and Reckoner's core. They're wearing a bit thin. There were words in that I wish to never have to say again. Alright. So again, in case you missed the first video I made on this, it's been linked probably somewhere in the top right corner during the progressions of this video. I'm just completing this quest retroactively because, like I said, the quest didn't complete the first time. Hello, this isn't evidence, but I'm gonna take it.
About your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For a listener's benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock so we can get to the point of this goddamned interview.
Alright, like I said, that wasn't evidence. I just picked it up. I'm not sure if that would have done anything, but here we are. Like I was saying before we listened to that, I'm not claiming to be a Starfield expert. I am using the Starfield wiki and following the quest line. I just want to complete this quest. I didn't think I would have to 100% it, but apparently I would have to 100% it, because some of the places that we have to go to, we physically can't get back to. I've already used console commands to get back to the Siren of the Stars Starliner like we did last episode. I don't have to console command my way back to the Legacy, because I think I got that piece of evidence, but if I didn't, I would have to console command my way back to the Legacy, because we blew that thing up. So, just want to make that clear. We're cheating some of the way to get some of these things because you kind of have to. Anyway, with all that said, the wiki is telling me that the next one on my list is going to be at the Red Mile.
I don't know how you stomached living with these criminals. Someone should give you a medal just for that.
I didn't live with them. I literally came through the door, walked up the steps, talked to Boy, came right back. I did not stay here very long. Actually, I lied. We're gonna go to the den because there also is a piece of evidence there that I probably didn't get because I don't think I would have ever came here for the Crimson Fleet. And I found it before I found the Porama system where the Red Mile is. So we're gonna go here first. I talked about this last episode. I just hate the way quests like this are designed. Starfield apparently has a lot of quests where you just kind of have to know before you're allowed to know or even would be able to know. There's like no way I would have known to come to half these locations unless I literally spent time talking to everybody at the key, which the casual player isn't gonna do that. The casual player is just gonna go from point A to point B following checkpoints. Even like the hardcore players that only play Starfield probably aren't gonna do that. Like, from my experience, I love Fallout New Vegas. I've played so much New Vegas, easily over 1,000 hours played in the game since it came out over a decade ago. I'm doing a playthrough on this channel of it right now, not even a super serious playthrough, but every time I log in, I find something new on that game. And just, like, I'm sure it's the same way for, like, this game. Like, there's just no way you would know to come here. The one good thing about the one on the wolf is that I didn't even have to look at the wiki to find this one. It's just on the table. I found it by accident while I was ranting, so I just come through the door, it's on this table. And of course, it's not an audio log. Alright, this one's up for grabs. Got plenty of supplies left at the UC outpost on Crete. The last raiding party we sent was interrupted by spacers or maybe even competition from some independents. First ship that brings back a hold full of junk from that place gets a 20% cut. Anyone that rats this out or tries to strip their place of their own is going to get keel-hauled outside the key. You're the exact same dude that works at New Atlantis. Good for you, man. You're like the Nurse Joy of Starfield. And another reason that I would never come to the Red Mile for the Crimson Fleet, because I already came here like way before. Then again, I guess I did sequence break. The Crimson Fleet questline is technically like a quest you do at the beginning of the game, and I'm doing it like way after that. I kind of ignored the UC Vanguard quest because I didn't really want to join the Vanguard because it sounded boring, but I just misunderstood how the quests work when I first got them. Alright, so, assuming I can look at this picture correctly, it's on one of the bars.
Having another go with the red mine.
And by one of the bars, I mean the first one right inside the door, Chunk's Heist Evidence.
Chunks? A full assortment, fresh from the factory, nothing but the best. So you want to pick up the tab on, how many is it? 16, 17, 18 boxes of food. No, this ain't food, man. This is survival.
Stay
The deep
alive.
space hubs. This stuff never goes bad, and it's cheap. At first I thought you were kidding.
You believe that? They're gonna run off without pay. What kind of scum do they think I am?
Look, how about you buy half the shipment, try it out, pass it around. The stuff will catch on fast. Ecliptic will love it. Trust me. I want you to run back to the key and tell Delgado he can blow his food out of his airlock. We aren't buying. Okay. 3 boxes. Heck, I'll throw in the 4th for free. Huh? You can't beat that deal, right? Fine. If it'll shut you the hell up, load the 4 boxes on my rig, and let me get out of here. Pleasure doing business with you, Toombs.
I don't know who Magnus was, I know who Toombs is, I don't see why that would matter. I also hate the way that guy talks, so thank God there were subtitles, because I would have never understood any of that. Yep, that was the only reason we had to come back to the Red Mile, so we can dip now. We have to go without looking, even though I'm gonna look after I get on my ship. I think the next one we have to go to is Hopetown, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you, fam. I don't know where Hopetown would be without looking, so we're gonna have to look. Okay. Oop, I lagged. What happened? Alright, we're looking for some place called the Pit Stop.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
And there it is, literally. Talking to me?
Pardon.
Alright, whatever, bro. Pit Stop, inside here. Looking for the bar, and on the right side of the bar, there she is. Hopetown raid evidence.
All right, Neva went for it, so the plan's a go. The Crimson Fleet is gonna do a quick smash and grab on Hopetown. To get started, I need a layout of the settlement. Don't leave anything out. I want every guard patrol, junction box, mark down everything.
Rumor
When
mill
it's go
says
time,
Ron
I'm
Hope
gonna
got
need
shot
some kind
when
of
the Rangers tried
distraction.
to arrest him.
Maybe set off a
Not
mining
sure if I
charge
buy
or
it.
something. You know, keep security busy. You'll have at least a week's notice before we send in our ships, so that should give you plenty of time to get ready. All right, you wanted to be part of the fleet. This could be your ticket. Just don't screw it all up.
Alright, so that was that one. I don't understand why that one would be evidence, because that seems like the Crimson Fleet is getting bamboozled, but this dude is named. Why are you named?
As vital as spaceships are to these settled systems.
I don't care. Okay, no. He's a contraband dealer. I thought that would go somewhere else. Oh, right. Back to my ship we go, and next up is gonna be Garrigan's Landing, which I don't know if I've ever been to. Gotta go to Alpha Centauri, Garrigan, and Garrigan Landing. Alright, this is the first time we've ever been here, so we're gonna head...
That industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back.
Talking.
But Reliant Medical,
Oh.
Archmite, and Satori Mills are dedicated to Gagarin.
Gagarin.
Hoping Gagarin could show the same dedication in return.
Alright, we're looking for a bar. Go down steps. Are you the bar?
Any problems?
Not the bar. Alright, that looks like the bar.
I've got applications in it, Archmite.
And on the right side of the bar, there is Theropetra evidence.
Holy crap. We
Why
made
is
it
no
to
one
the
talking
Garen
about bringing
Landing.
back mechs?
I told your dumbass it would work. Now get a load of the cargo manifest. Whoa. The Chiroptera's hold is stuffed. Why were they running heavy through this sector? No clue. Lucky for us, we were out hunting when it exited jump space. The drive must have malfunctioned. Holy shit. Look at the crew roster. They were also carrying 32 colonists. Maybe. We overdid it? Whatever. He knew the risk. What? You growing a conscience all of a sudden? Yeah, I don't know. Some of them were families, man. If you want to walk away from this score, that's up to you. Me? I'm heading over to the bar to get blitzed. You coming? Yeah, sure. I'll be there in a little bit.
Alright. So that one sounds like a war crime, even though it's not a war, so... That one I understand. Now, assuming I'm just going through the list the way that I understand the list, and I remember which ones I had turned in before I started doing this, there should only be one more piece of evidence I'm missing, assuming I got the one on the Legacy, which I'm assuming I did, because if I remember correctly, it was next to a giant pile of cred sticks, and I don't think I would have missed that, so... Next up is Abandoned Ecliptic Garrison on Goombridge 6. I have no idea where that would be. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not a space expert. Definitely not a Starfield expert either, so... Give me 1 second while I try to find... the Goombridge system. That doesn't even sound real. Alright, so that was a big jump cut. You might be wondering, Tuck, why are we back on the UC Vigilance? And it's simple. It's because the quest I'm trying to complete, the one where you find the evidence message for Bog, it literally cannot be completed as far as I can tell. There's no location that spawns in unless you get the quest, and I cannot find a console command for the fast travel to the location because apparently it's a random location every time. Literally every guide I looked up online had a different location they were sent to, so not only does the place not spawn in, it's also just there are multiple places it could be, and the quest itself isn't even a quest you get by talking to Bog. You have to overhear someone else talking about it and then talk to Bog or something. I don't know, this is one of the things that, like, missions like this just shouldn't exist. If you want me to do something, it should be able to be done at any point unless it's me killing off, like, a major character, or in a situation like this where I've already taken care of the problem, so this mission doesn't exist. So we're gonna go extreme cheatsy doodle for the last one, and I'm just gonna have to spawn in the actual item. So that's why we're here waiting. I'm gonna try to figure out which one it is, because I don't really understand game code, so I don't know which one of these items on this list I'm looking at is the one I need. So if you ever find yourself in the same predicament as me, and you need to find message for Bog, and you've completely hardlocked yourself, this is like your only solution as far as I can tell, because I've been trying. It's been back-to-back recording sessions, I've been trying to find out where the hell this thing is at, and it doesn't exist. Alright, so a few game crashes later, and a few fast travels to New Atlantis, because these things just were not spawning in whenever I was trying to spawn them in on the UC Vigilance. There is the message for Bog, finally. Like I said, I didn't want to have to do it this way, but there's just no other way I don't think we could have done it. So, open the console command, a lot of trial and error for what we're trying to get done. The item ID for message for bug is PRID001DDFA0. Hit enter and then move to player, and then it should spawn in at your feet. It took me a lot of trial and error to figure this one out, but it needed to be done, I think, because I don't think there would have been another way to do it, so take...
That time of year again. And here I am. Still carrying your ring. Still with a clip tick. Still a goddamn coward. Why'd you have to stand up for me that night? I was the one that screwed up. I was the one being stupid, and you damn well knew it. I didn't want to kill you, but they left me no choice. And you knew. You knew I'd do it to save myself. And me. I didn't even have the courage to at least look at you when I pulled the trigger. I should have let Bog have you. I knew how much he loved you. How you even loved him. I just didn't care. I figured the moment you had each other, I'd be alone. And look at me now.
And what's gonna, annoy me more than anything else is I have no idea why that piece of evidence is needed for this quest. That didn't tell me anything. But, whatever. Another note, I guess, just because I made the mistake so you don't have to. Drop a quick save before you start messing with the console commands. Because I accidentally spawned in a UC Vigilance inside of the UC Vigilance and my game crashed, so... Just be careful. Some of the console commands get a little wild. But anyway, back to the UC Vigilance now, because I should have all the evidence I need. Alright, so back on the UC Vigilance. This is going to be a lot of dialogue, and hopefully it'll be the end of the dialogue. I hope I don't have to try to spawn in a different piece of evidence, because I'm not going to go find it. Because I don't know which one I'd be missing at this point, because it's not very clear. It's all kind of a giant secret missing. So, go talk to Toft.
Seems happier. Once news of the fleet.
I have evidence.
Excellent. Yeah, you're right. But there's no way this was a solo job. Shifting all those parts takes serious manpower. I'll send this to Mast so they can shake the tree a bit, see what falls out. Looks like Durand better start looking for parts somewhere else.
He's
Find
dead. Here's everything I have on Shinya Voss.
So Voss engineered a way to directly interface with the key's mainframe? I knew he was a math genius, but didn't realize he was so tech-savvy. Well, we'll share this information with Galbank. Hopefully it'll help them shore up the security on their cryptocurrency. Have any more?
I have information about the murder of Madeleine LaRue. I don't know who that is, I don't know why that matters, but sure.
We were aware that Miss LaRue was involved with Fergus Wickham. When her body was recovered, SysDef assumed he was the culprit. Sounds like we had it wrong. Should have pinned the murder on this Clay Dietrich perp. Well, we'll have to clear that up. Nice find. Anything else?
Interesting information about Radley Jaso.
So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet.
They're all dead.
According to my superiors at Mast, we've provided them enough data to wrap up this portion of the operation
thank
and call
God.
it a success. You've brought us a mountain of evidence against the Crimson Fleet and uncovered some unexpected criminal activity. You've done a hell of a job.
Okay, so the people on Reddit were correct. You didn't have to find all the evidence to complete the quest, but you had to find. You have to turn in quite a bit of evidence, but I guess technically no, not all of it. But that's so silly. Especially the trouble I went through to find the last one where I had the console commanded into the plane of existence. Like, geez, bro. It was the right thing to do.
Oh. Well, I see we've rubbed off on you more than I expected. Anyway, here. I wanted to give you this. It isn't from Commander Akande or the UC. It's from me. It was my sidearm when I ran with the Crimson Fleet. Something special I paid a hell of a lot of money for. Now it's yours.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, enough of this mushy nonsense. Time to get back to work.
Okay, and we finally got the legendary pistol, which I really wasn't even going for. I just wanted the quest to be out of my quest log. Like, my god. Just a mega oversight from the Bethesda developers' perspective on that design. Like, why did that quest not retroactively complete itself whenever we just destroyed the Crimson Fleet? Like, I don't get it. What's the point of collecting evidence if the hombres are dead? Let me take a better look at that pistol, though. 27 caliber pistol does decent-ish damage. But good news for me, apparently no, I don't have anything else that uses 27 ammo, so I might be able to throw that one on. But, boys and girls, I have 3 skill points to use. I'll use those off camera heading into next episode. I don't know what the next episode is going to be. All I know is that we finally completed Burden of Proof. Thank God. Like, that mission just, I literally completed it to get it out of my inventory. It was just annoying it being there and, like, it just, like, pestering me like, hey, man, you're gonna go the rest of this game not completing me. So I did it, but again, if people have an issue with how I went about completing it, I apologize. I'm not super sorry about it, but I do apologize that you're upset. There's just no other way I don't think I could have gotten some of those things, because I already been to the places and they've already been destroyed or like taken out of the plane of existence, so it is what it is. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you want to use the console commands, they're not hard to find, but you have to know exactly what you're looking for. So if you did enjoy, leave that like and sub down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. A pizza.